Sorry about that, guys. I don't really know what happened, but my computer just shut off. So I'm started it back up, but tentatively there is the possibility that I'm having some sort of power issue. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Hopefully we didn't lose any progress here. Starbound has always been really good at like auto-saving really, really frequently, so my guess is we lost nothing, but still very odd and very unexpected, and I hope we don't have that issue again. Okay, I am all... Yes, we were right here, weren't we? I can double check my mech from here, actually, so that's good. Yep, we did not lose anything. So, good. Our next goal, then, is to find a star system. Preferably, one of the higher level stars, and we want one with asteroids. I would also actually like a mountainous planet so that I can get some zircesium again. Yeah, so like this would be nice, but I really want to get some asteroids in there. So we'll look at fiery stars. It's a red star. This is a little bit lower tier. It'll be easier than a fiery star, which actually I don't really want. Not there. That's a red star, not a fiery. So fiery is almost like this purpley kind of. Now this does have a barren planet. No, I don't need a barren planet if I've got the... Okay, cybersphere, no. Man. I did not think asteroids were this uncommon. Maybe just around fiery stars, who knows? I don't know. Yep, here's some. Oh, here's asteroids. 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 Okay, so I guess either of these are possibilities. I'm not sure what's on Scorched. Yeah, I'd like to find one that's a little bit more ideal. Right? Like, if I could get asteroids and mountainous, that would be my personal preference. So that I can get zircesium, guaranteed. Now, like, there's mountainous. This would be great if it just had a mountainous. Oh, that's red star. We don't really want red star, do we? One planet. We're starting to get where it's like pretty far away. I don't want to go too far. Asteroids. Nothing else. Man, as the background color changes, it gets harder to see the color of the actual stars. boy, oh boy. I did not think finding a star system like this would be that difficult. Okay, so we're somewhere. Yeah, we're right here. There is some mod, I don't even remember what it is, but it actually gives you like the ability to search. I don't have that though. I mean, maybe we just go here because it's close, and then I don't really need to worry about it. Could also see if there's a black star. I just don't know what, like, the tiering is. Like, extreme, lethal, like, what's worse than what? Like, I think black stars are the most difficult. But I'm not even sure. Oh, hey, look at this. There's asteroids and mountainous. It's real close to where we are. I think this might be our best bet. All right. That's not as close as I thought it was, but I suppose comparatively it's fine. All right, so let's start at the asteroid and see what we've got going on there. And I know asteroids have a massive amount of variance, so it's going to be kind of hard to really determine and honestly, a lot of times this geological analysis is inaccurate. You can find stuff that's not here, or some of these things are like just not very common at all. I suppose I actually need to like click on it so that I orbit around it. Okay, so we'll hit up the mech, and we'll see how it feels. I have not been in a mech in a long time. Oh, I am low on energy. Okay, so this is basically a mining laser. The mining cannon is effectively a mining laser. And like that's fine, but it's a little touchy, and it doesn't like hit any panels that it doesn't hit any tiles it doesn't actually touch. And it needs a second to kind of activate itself. Wow, that's a lot of what is that? Tungsten? Yeah, a lot of tungsten right here. All right, we'll just slice through this whole thing. Wow, that's a lot of iron or magnesite. I suppose we'll find out. So many tiles floating around. It's lagging. That does good damage. Okay, I need to fill up on on fuel before I go back down. I am like empty. Always right click. That's not the right thing. Okay, we go here. Currently, I don't even know what that is. Okay, so we move this back over. I can use just straight up Urchius. I like don't have anything though, like in my inventory. Okay, actually I'm an idiot. I'm still an idiot. I want to double check. So I can hold 11, 20. I think like Urchius is going to be the easiest thing to do. Emptying fuel. Oh, okay. I just think Urchius is going to be the easiest because I think that's what I have the most of. But I will look up. Damn it! I hate when it makes you slow. I will look up the rods that I have. Also, what is my actual madness? 197. Yeah. I do want to farm madness, especially because I really want to be able to make the where isn't there one that's like the brain extractor or whatever? Catapult. Whatever. There's one that gives you the brain extractor, and I want to get the brain extractor for the quest for Kevin, but I need madness to do that. We want to look up rod. I do have a lot of uranium rods, and actually, I wonder if I look up Right, a lot of uranium rods, and I wonder if I have. No, I don't have a lot of the ores. I've used them all. Okay, so we are going to take 200 of these. God, always do it wrong. Ugh. Wow. That's not nearly as much as I thought. It's going to give me... Wow. So even though it says 9 fuel, it is not 9 mech fuel. That's 9 ship fuel. Gives me 1.2, so it's 240. Yeah, that's totally not worth it. We're just going to use Urchius. It did take 1,800 though, but all things considered, that's fine. I've got a lot of Urchius available. Finish up that cup of coffee. Down some chow. Hey, cool! It gave it to me for free. Hey, Zealot. I think I remember who you are. Hope you're doing well. Hope summer's treating you okay. But to answer your question, not much is up. We have started to get our emails about what going back in fall is going to look like. So I've been checking my email like a crazy person for the past few days, trying to get a handle on you know, what we're actually doing and how we're gonna be preparing for that and blah 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 blah. I actually think I like this mining laser better than the drill, but I suppose I should test the drill out to really figure out what my preference is. Yeah, the drill is way better. This is slow. Which really surprises me that it's this slow, because this is like the level 4. And this laser is just way better. Do we have any idea what esports is going to look like? So because esports doesn't even start until January, so one thing that's going to be changing is we will not be starting so early. We are going to be waiting for any sort of practice, probably until after Thanksgiving. So we won't do any sort of practice until December. But there will be probably a couple of meetings or you know, some correspondence, even if it's just like Zoom calls or I post stuff or something like that. So, but practice will look a lot different, and the teams will look a lot different. We might have 2 JVs, but again, it's gonna come down to interest. As far as the actual competitive season, I have no idea what that's going to look like, but I have a feeling that that's not going to change super significantly. There's just no reason for it to. You know, that's one of the joys of esports is that we don't need to do things too terribly differently, even with the difficulties that COVID represents. Dang, that's a lot of resources, man. And it's nice being fast for once. Normally my mech is so frickin' slow. This is green stuff. Is this? Yeah, this is straight up uranium. Man, a lot of isotopes. That's pretty nice. Uranium and plutonium in pretty good quantities. 38 uranium, 100 plutonium. More plutonium right here. Here's a bunch of gold. It's good to hear that at least something is similar. Yeah, I mean, I was even on the fence about doing esports this year for a lot of reasons. Some personal and some just like, you know, I don't know if I would really be comfortable with like the students engaging in that. But I think by the time anything starts, we'll have so much of a better handle on what's going on that I kind of thought, like, yeah, there needs to be something that feels a little bit normal, a little bit familiar. But I am teaching an overload this coming year, so that's an extra class. So that's basically 20% more work, right? And so that's like the big reason that there's just not going to be practice until December. Like, I'm going to be very, very busy. And like, I put in probably all told, I'd say pretty easily 400 hours of time into esports. which, like, is fine, but that's a lot of time. And if I am already working more, I don't know if I can give up another 400 hours this coming year. What have I been up to? I mean, you're looking at it. So this is part 58 in my Let's Play for this game. And each part is typically an hour long. So I've been playing a lot of Starbound. Like, it's more of just like a relaxing game, you know. It's not super high stakes. So that's kind of the gaming that I've been doing this summer is much more casual. Just because, like, life is crazy, and having something that's a little less painful is nice. It's nice to have, like, a relaxing game to look forward to. I've been doing a lot of cooking. I've been doing a lot of work around the house. I've been sorting magic cards like a madman. I have an absolutely ridiculous magic card collection. And if you're familiar with card games at all, you know, there's always so many different cards, and I've finally started really categorizing what I've got. I can even show you really quick. Let's get myself stopped. So, all of those binders are different sets of magic cards. So I'm organizing my entire collection by set, which is a pretty daunting task when you're looking at close to 100,000 cards. And then ideally, what that will mean is that I can then sell all of the extra. Right? I won't need to have 100,000 cards. I'll be fine with, you know, 25,000 or 30,000 cards. Cut down a little bit. It is a lot of magic cards, and that's just the ones that are in this room. My living room has most of the big boxes. The stuff that's in here is just the stuff that's already been sorted. So yeah, there's some work left. I don't know what EFT is. I mean, maybe I do, but I don't recognize it. Oh, yeah, okay. I have heard of Escape from Tarkov. I have not played it, but I have heard that it can become an obsession very quickly. It's better if you don't play it. It's not really my style of game anyway. But yeah, I have read a lot about you know, games like that on the internet. My life was better. Well, then I think you know what you must do. Man, I want another exciting asteroid. There's a lot of trash. Like what? This is just iron? Iron is boring and lame. The emotional roller coaster. There are just so many games that do that, though. That's all they get you. They put you on the roller coaster. What is it? Okay, is it? Yep, it's E to get out. We're gonna mine up all this plutonium in the background. I was standing right on top of a bunch. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. Nope, 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 nope. There. You haven't gotten your money's worth. Isn't it a free game? Maybe I'm wrong. Alright. We got that plutonium, brother. Time for other minerals. Oh no. Did that thing just do 100 damage to me? I'm getting all of the money. Alright, what's in here? Iron, don't care. This is gold. And titanium, and yeah, this is. We'll cut this guy up. I wish it was free. Oh, $50 game? Yeah. I'm pretty spoiled thanks to Steam, but I never buy games at full price anymore. Like I haven't bought a game at full price in years, like literally years. I am just so dead set now on even if it's a game that I know I'll like, I at least wait until there are some reviews, just so that I can feel better about the purchase. I don't care about that. First full price game, wow. So I'm assuming it was probably a little bit of peer pressure, right? Some buddies had it. Oh, more plutonium in the background here. Okay, yeah, Gary's Mod is like a pretty inexpensive game. It also came out in like 2002 or something like ridiculous. Like it's old enough where, you know, full price for that is not super crazy. All right, let's get some rocks. go. Poop. And we dig. Look at all the rocks just floating around. All that plutonium. Wanted to support the devs. That's actually, yeah, that's something that's really surprised me over the past couple of years, is how much the developers of a game influence my decision to buy a game. Like, one of the other games that I haven't really this summer, but one of the games I used to stream a lot, Path of Exile, one of the big reasons I still play that game is because I like the developers. You know, the developers are really, really active on Reddit. They take community feedback into account. You know, they care about having people play their game, and they're pretty good at not making it a cash grab. It's gotten a little bit cash grabby over the past few years, but like the game itself is still free. Oh, I am out of energy. But yeah, that's a game that I've always really appreciated the devs. Can I just... No, I cannot just throw plutonium directly in there. Then, here's what we gotta do. We gotta go back to the Leibniz. Ah, that's my space station. I've said this before on stream, but the Leibniz was actually just a random name that I use a random like satellite name generator, which was actually kind of cool, and that was what it gave me. I'm sure we also got just an ungodly amount of meteorite and magma rock, so we'll dump those. There's no way I really need it, and I might wind up dumping it later. Still have not even used one single drive. But what we want to do is do some smelting. All of this can be smelted. The rest can get thrown in here. And that means we will need some... Oh, no. Some Urchius to power my generators. And then we hit up the furnace. We'll do the smallest quantities first. The other gaming habit that I'm surprised has changed for me over the years is I've really gotten away from like AAA games. You know, I play a lot of indie games, or at least games developed by smaller teams. Whereas I used to like, not that I was ever like really big into, you know, Call of Duty and stuff like that, but I did play a Call of Duty game, and I think I played an Assassin's Creed game or two, and I played like Warcraft and Diablo, and you know, those games that were made by more like AAA devs. But I've really gotten away from that. I play a lot of indie stuff. You know, a lot of these where the art or the graphics are not super intense, because I actually think that's that's where a lot of development money goes into just making really good graphics. Like, I loved Skyrim, but Skyrim was I don't know, Skyrim was not really a game. Skyrim is almost like the 2011 version of Gary's mod. Like, it's really just like a sandbox to do stuff in, which is still awesome. I mean, that's actually something that I've still been thinking about doing this summer, is doing another full playthrough of Skyrim alongside, like, maybe like a modding tutorial. There's just so many Skyrim, you know, modding tutorial videos out there that it would not be particularly interesting, I don't think. You know, I suppose while this is just, like, doing its thing, I might as well fire up the sifters, too. Because why not? Gonna go feel your addiction. Alright, well, thanks for hanging out for a little while. It's good to talk to you. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully see you in a few weeks. I play every couple of days. You know, I'm streaming every couple of days, so you can always swing by if you want. Yep, these were the drones that I had pulled out. Right? Yes. Yes, those are... Yeah, those are the good ones. This season's, as it were. Hello, cookies and milk glasses. Alright, so let's just get these out of here. I don't really even want... I don't really even want them, but just free up some space. A couple of queens. These queens, I think these will just get traded in at the science outpost. Got some work to do there, that's for sure. I'm gonna get those. I'm gonna get these more numerous ores going, and then I'm gonna go do some identifying my bees. You learned about commands. Flooded a lush biome with healing water. Oh, you mean like console commands. Alright. I was gonna say, like, well, I'm not really sure what you mean. But yeah, admin mode is pretty strong. I try to stay away from it unless I'm just, like, doing something just for giggles. Okay. What I need to do right now is ID some of these bees. So we are going to start with just my cybernetics, because it will be, at least I think it will be quicker to just find the cybernetic I want and then move on to the next one. So So I think the stats to beat are, well, that's going to be pretty dang good. 12 production. I think we were at 9, so going up to 12 is going to be a big deal. 1298.2. So I'll just start throwing, because 12 production, I'm pretty sure is going to be just about the best we're going to get. One command per quest. I think if you're gonna use commands, go all the way and just do whatever it is you want to do with them. I mean, I've even used console commands on this character, but literally the only time I've done it is when I'm just waiting around for like my bees or my sifters or something like that. We're just gonna go with this one. This is pretty far and away the best bee I expect to get, because our last, if we look, this is going to be our most recent drone, and I think we were at 9 production. Yeah, 991.84. So that's a pretty significant jump in production quality. So we can do that. And then we will move on to, what, red banded? Those are easy to see. And really, all I do in admin mode is just like sit there. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, do whatever you want, man. Don't feel bad. You know, if you're gonna do admin mode, like, it's fine to set yourself kind of like limits, but you know, ultimately, unless you're playing on like a server or something, it's a single player game. Okay, so we were at 1618, so we're going to be looking for at least 16 production. Alright, that's a little bit higher queen breed rate than I like. This is better. Queen breed rate too high winds up with giving me 1718. 2-6, is that okay? Am I cool with that? Am I cool with that? Yeah, I'm cool with that. What's with these unlocked emotes? Honestly, I have no idea. I know it seems kind of silly, but I so rarely actually get viewers on Twitch. Most of the time what I do is I dump my videos from Twitch onto YouTube, and that's where I get the bulk of my views. So I have not really spent a lot of time figuring out what I want to do with my actual Twitch channel. So that's a mystery to me too. I like this a lot too. 18-18-3-6. Yeah, and we're gonna say that that's probably the best we're gonna see. So I'll start dumping. Yep, 16-17 is worse. 1620, that's kind of cool, but I don't really care about the drone breed rate. 1618, yep, I think we found our queen. Well, regardless, I'm happy that you've been enjoying Starbound. I have found a lot of enjoyment out of Starbound this summer so far, and as I kind of give myself these little goals, like my goal for this stream is to basically, I upgraded all of my mech parts, and I mined some asteroids, and I'm going to go back and mine some more asteroids. But that was kind of like my goal this stream. So giving myself like these little goals has made it always feel like good. You wish your computer. Yeah. I think Starbound is a great game for that. Like, it's not super intensive. You can play it on anything. You lag so much. Really? Wow. Then yeah, I would say I would want to upgrade my computer if Starbound was lagging. That'd be tough. I even get some lag though in hey, thanks for the follow, man. I even get some lag when I'm doing certain things. It happens a lot when I am looking at a container. Okay, so we have 445, 3-4 to beat. I like this. But yeah, I get lag too when there's like a lot of liquid, or honestly, even like this fridge. You know, it's kind of hard to tell, but like it kind of becomes obvious if I'm like removing a lot of items really quickly that it you know, it starts to lock up a little tiny bit. That's something that I notice. I think there's just so much going on in Frackin Universe, though. Like, that's just part of the mod. You're going to make a character you won't use admin on. What should you do with it? Well, I'm assuming you're playing FU. So I would say just, like, investigate stuff. Like, and maybe you may be dissimilar to me in this regard, but I have found it so gratifying to just be like, you know what I don't know how to do? Wiring. Or, you know what I don't know how to do? Item networks. Or, you know what I don't know how to do? Anything about bees. And really, I've taken it upon myself to just, like, investigate different aspects of the mod. Wow, one production, that sucks. And I found that really gratifying. That's been really fun for me. But I'm kind of weird like that, I guess. I mean, I'm a science teacher, and I get a lot out of that, like, very personal investigation. But if that's not your jam, you know, I've even put out some tutorials on item networks and farming and bees. Oh man, I wish I could use that. I guess we're stuck with this guy. Wow, it's actually worse than my last generation. 1 queen breed rate sucks though. Man. Should I make some weird moth wizard thing or some random robot thing? Oh, you mean like as an actual character. So what I like to do sometimes is when I don't know like what build to do in any game that you can like customize your character, I will like use random number generators, and I'll say like, okay, if I'm gonna pick a number 1 through 20, 20 being how many classes there are, and if I get a 1, I'm a fighter, and if I get a 2, I'm a wizard, and if I get a 3, I'm a thief, and if I get a 4, I'm a cleric. And I do that sometimes if I'm really, really lost. Otherwise, just pick like a playstyle you haven't investigated very much. Like that's the reason my current character is a glitch, because I was like, you know what I've never done? I've never done a melee character in Frackin Universe. So I was like, I'm gonna be a glitch because that kind of pigeonholes you into melee. At least that was my reasoning. I'm going to ID these drones so I know what I'm looking for on my queens. So we were at 62454. Okay, so this drone is basically identical with a little bit more might resistance, but we really like something with a little bit more production. And this is the slow but incredibly powerful process of breeding your bees. Very, very slowly as you iterate, you are able to get better and better stats each generation. Come on, give me a 7 production. Actually, I don't know if the drone toughness really matters on the space station, but whatever. Or you can do like weird things to decide your build, like whatever the first item type whatever the first weapon type I find in a chest is like that's the weapon type I'm going to force for the entire game, or whatever sounds fun for you, right? Like there are a lot of ways you can sort of dictate your character. Or you could do something like, every time I die, I'm going to completely change my equipment. Or whatever. You're a Z? Okay. I don't think I've ever played as a Z. I've only played 3 characters, like, let's be real. My first one was the birds, and then that was when I played vanilla. I was, like, the bird Avakin. And then I beat the game, and I started over with Frackin Universe and a couple of mods, and then I was something I don't remember. And then when I had all the mods I currently have, I was an AGI or AG or AGI or whatever. And then that was right before I started streaming. And then once I started streaming, I started this glitch. Hey, there's our 7. Very last one. We get a 7, and it's fine. Right, it's fine. At least we got that 7 production. So then, yep, all of those are extra. We've identified all of our Bs. We need to clean this up a little bit. Our sifters and blast furnace should almost assuredly be done by now. We'll head down and check on those as soon as I dump all of these animal products into here. Ship them off for just a couple of pixels. Z is a real pain. Oh, yeah, they're the ones that you can't... Like, all the traditional healing items don't work on them. Yeah, that definitely sucks. Do I have more ore? I probably do. Yeah, got this. You never completed the story. Honestly, when I started playing Frackin Universe, I did not touch the story at all. Actually, in my first vanilla character, I had gotten all of the EPPs, and I was like on the highest tier of planets before I even did the first dungeon. So yeah, I had a very similar experience, just because, like, I guess I didn't know any better. So then how do Z heal? Because you have to be able to heal somehow. Alright, what else can we smelt? I suppose we can do some meteorite. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I'm gonna have to remember that it's gonna go down. There. And we'll put the nitrogen back. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with all of the race benefits, just because I've only played, like, 3. But I play them for a super, super long time. Oh, sure, sure, sure. Yeah, you can turn the ores or whatever into an edible version only for the Z. I do remember reading about that. How else can I look up ores? right? Like, if you just look up ore, I don't actually get nearly all of the ores. If you get 200 cobblestone and seed bulbs, you can literally craft plutonium, uranium. Oh, uranium. That's kind of sweet, though. That's probably really, really helpful for later in the game when you actually really want a lot of those isotopes. Although, I suppose later in the game it's probably trivial to just get a ton of them anyways. Alright, that should be pretty good here. Ores? Yeah, we're going to have a lot of ore. $2,000 iron ore. That's just absurd. Alright, we'll do it. The full belly buff is broken on moth wizards, or so you can infinitely fly or make seed bulbs. Yeah, I don't think I have the race mod that gives you the moths. I think the only race mods I have are, I think Shell Guard adds like 2, right? Like maybe 3, the Agi and the Trinkians or something. And then I just have Frackin Races, but I also have not even created a character in a long time, so maybe Frackin Races has added a lot now that it's integrated into the core game. I mean, like, the last character I made was literally this guy when I started streaming, so that was, gosh, 3 months ago? Close to 3 months ago. We'll leave that stuff there for now. It's going to make my life easier. I do need to siphon out a lot of this stuff pretty soon, too. Like, there's a lot of crafting materials here. Little rascal. Oh, another thing I need to do, which maybe I can work on now. I made this other little greenhouse, and I wanted to make kind of a similar setup to this one. Have some tiers of plants. I probably won't do bees in the other one, but maybe 2 tiers of plants, and then what I could even do here is get rid of this and turn it into bees. That might be what I do eventually. What was it? Aeroponic tubing. What are these little things that jump at you called? The little slimes on the starter planet? I think they're just slimes. Yeah, because in Terraria they're gels. But I think they are just slimes in Starbound. Wait, what is this? Irradium. Oh, yeah. I gotcha. So we want aeroponic tubing. I don't think I have sprinklers in here. Yeah, I'll need to actually craft sprinklers. Not here. A blue slime with a blue line on it. I mean, there are, like, rare versions of a lot of those creatures. I just don't know if they do anything. Okay, I need glass and carbon. And then what do I need for sprinklers? Durasteel and electromagnets. This gave me a bouncy buff. That's interesting. have some glass. And I've got a bunch of carbon. And what was it? Durasteel. An electromagnet. I actually really hate the bouncy buff. I would not even consider it a buff. I might need more than 10, actually. Let's go with 24, because I might do like 3 tiers. I actually will need like a hand hoe, because I need something to till. I think there's also like a tilling like thing, like a tool that all it does is till. But whatever, maybe it's not even here. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't know the difference between aeroponic and hydroponic. Like, I get that hydroponic is auto-watered, but does aeroponic make them grow faster? Because it seems like just use sprinklers, it's not a big deal. Okay, so I need tungsten. I found a tactic for if you want to retreat on the surface of time. Pause the game, click beam up, and unpause. Oh, that's interesting. I did not know that the command done while paused will save. Tungsten. However, I just realized I have been streaming for 1 hour and 3 minutes. And I like to break my streams into hour-long chunks. Just makes it easier to upload to YouTube. So I am going to use that opportunity to take a short little break, grab something to eat. I will be back in 5 or 10 minutes, so hopefully you stick around and we can continue chatting. But this is a good spot for me to just pause for a sec because I have not eaten lunch and I am definitely starting to get hungry. So I'll be back in 10 minutes tops. 10 minutes tops, and I'll continue doing some work. My project for the next hour is going to be getting that other greenhouse situated. So I'll probably talk through some of those techniques. I'll set up another item network there, and might be a good learning experience. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.